So, first on the list is the name of Eva Corradino. Please step up to the podium. Public session, not public hearing.
Yeah, I won't swear, I promise. Good evening, everybody. Eva Corradino, 7th Ward. I'm also chairperson for Promotion and Tourism Advisory Board here in town. I wanted to give you a brief overview of the Visitor Center's progress this summer. It's been quite busy. We've been able to be open an additional day each week and more hours in the days because County of Oswego staff is coming in helping from their Promotion and Tourism Department. There have been over 400, closer to 450 visitors to the center as of August 10th. Many are from Oswego County and the surrounding counties, and they're also from all over New York State. In August alone, so just in the first 10 days, we had people in from 13 different states. Earlier in the summer, there were 15 other states also represented, so 28 states out of the 50 have been represented in the Visitor Center. We've also had 2 provinces in Canada represented, and we've had visitors from Australia and Ireland, too. Why do they come to Oswego? They're coming because of the fishing, the boating. They're traveling through and stay here as part of a vacation. People close enough to come for a day trip are here for restaurants, music, our events. People come here because they're bringing their children to look at college, and they come to SUNY Oswego, and they're checking out the city while they're here. They want to know the community their child's going to be living in. Harbor Fest draws people from all over. The Children's Museum actually draws people from several hours away. Some people come to spend the day there and then take advantage of the splash park. They make a weekend of it. They're far enough away to make it worthwhile. People come for baseball and softball tournaments, the Renaissance Fair, and all the family connections they have to Oswego. The response from people when they come and they talk about what they've done so far or what they saw so far, and if they're people who are coming back like for family reunions or class reunions and haven't been here in a while, they're amazed with what they see. They're very happy with what they see, so we should all feel proud of that they're coming and enjoying their visit and leaving Oswego with a really good feeling. In addition to tourism, that space is available for multiple uses throughout the year. The Holiday History Shop is very popular from Thanksgiving through Christmas. It was extremely busy during the eclipse and during the block party. And in both of those cases, I mean, those were huge events, but there were people here that weren't just from the county or Onondaga County or whatever. They come from pretty far away to enjoy Oswego. The city itself has used it for various things, blizzard bucks, vaccines, and several of us from different organizations are coming up with some other ideas of ways to use that space during the off times for Visitor Center. So if you all have any ideas about things that we could use that space for during the year, for a day, for a week, for classes being taught, whatever, we'd be happy to have you give us those suggestions. For instance, City County Youth Bureau has used it now for some activities with children. It's a great space for that. So keep us in mind. There's a lot we could do with that space, and we're trying to represent Oswego. Thank you.
Second person listed here is Myra Winks.
That was me.
Oh, okay. You were on the other sheet. Got it. Okay. Is there anybody else that would like to speak at public session, not public hearing? We have 2 different public things going on today. All right. Going once, going twice. That ends the public session. It is now 7:30. Time for the actual meeting. Please call the roll.
His Honor the Mayor.
Here.
Counselor Walton.
Here.
Counselor Burridge. Here. Counselor Benucci.
Here.
Counselor Walker.
Here.
Counselor Gosick.
Here.
Counselor Plunkett.
Here.
Counselor Allen.
Excused.
6 present, 1 excused.
All right, very good. In the mayor's report, this is, I don't have anything other than we're going to deliver the 2025 budget address today. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to, the assistant here is going to pass out some binders for the counselors. At this time, I'd like to read the message for the 2025 budget. Dear members of the Oswego Common Council, the proposed fiscal year 2025 operating budget for the City of Oswego, New York is hereby submitted for your consideration. This is the 9th budget I have been involved in crafting, but the first as mayor. Since joining the Common Council in 2016, we have made significant strides in improving our infrastructure and quality of life, while simultaneously reducing the size of city government. Our commitment to fiscal responsibility remains unwavering. This budget reflects careful scrutiny of every line item to ensure that taxpayer dollars are allocated efficiently and effectively. I am confident that we have balanced the need for essential services with the desire to minimize the financial burden on our residents. While we have worked diligently to maintain fiscal stability, the realities of rising costs have necessitated a modest property tax increase of 5%. This is the first such increase in 8 years, and it is a direct result of contractual obligations, debt service, insurance, health care, retirement, and fuel cost increases. In summary, the 2025 budget is comprised of the following costs: 54% for personal, 13% fringe benefits, 21% contractual, 10% debt, and 2% equipment. These figures underscore the challenges we face in maintaining essential services while managing escalating expenses. Additional revenue from sales tax, property taxes, water sales, marina fees, facility user fees, and the high dam have helped to minimize the effect on the budget. When the preliminary budget of 2025 was prepared, it contained a massive increase in the amount of taxes the city would have to raise from one year to the next to cover the cost of operating our city government and to provide the services and resources upon which so many of us rely on daily. For the sake of transparency, to raise the same amount of money in 2025 that we raised in taxes in 2024, an increase in excess of 60% would have been required. Such an increase was completely out of the question. The cynics among us will surely turn to the 2024 assessment project as the culprit, but that would be a mistake. As I will explain, the reassessment had nothing to do with the rise in taxes, but has everything to do with stabilizing our tax base. Tasked with preparing my first budget, I set out finding ways to reduce the tax increase while maintaining essential services and honoring the commitments we have to our workforce, which constitutes 54% of the budget. Without a single cut to the preliminary budget, and not willing or able to turn to our unappropriated fund balance to offset the cost increases, as we have done in the past, last year's budget took $4 million from our reserve account to maintain a zero tax increase. A 61.82% increase in the tax levy would balance the budget. As I stated, such an increase is simply a non-starter for me. There are a few ways to address this challenge. Cut services, reduce workforce, find new sources of revenue, and raise taxes. Every option was considered, and in the final analysis, a combination of those options was incorporated into the 2025 budget that I present to the Common Council tonight. The citywide reassessment project did what it was supposed to do by redistributing the taxable value of our properties across the entire community, thereby reducing the per 1,000 tax rate that we must all pay. As we know in our own personal lives, the cost of living keeps increasing and places a strain on our families to ensure that ends meet. The cost of operating the City of Oswego is not immune to this struggle. With the assistance of a lot of good people right here at City Hall, I have set about to close an $8 million budget cap. Through attrition and retirements within our workforce, we eliminated a significant amount of money. We looked at contracts that may have outlived their usefulness and terminated them, thereby saving additional money. We took a hard look at our revenue projections and determined that modest increases are not only justified, but necessary to consider and include to improve the bottom line. Those adjustments in the income stream included increases from our facilities, the high dam, animal control, the marina, and water users to help offset cost increases. Right from the beginning, my goal was to have no more than a 5% tax increase from last year's budget. To be clear, the tax rate has gone down from $15.29 per thousand last year to $10.51 per thousand in 2025. This is a reduction in our tax rate of 32% from one year to the next. So the restrictions imposed by Section C4-07 of the City Charter do not come into effect since the tax rate is not increasing by more than 5% from the previous year. Nevertheless, I considered a goal to minimize any tax increase contained in the 2025 budget. The budget continues our commitment to provide quality of life enhancements we have enjoyed. The concert series, which includes the Wednesday Brightbeck Sunset performances, the Veterans Park stage on Thursday, and the Market Street Pocket Park on Fridays will continue to entertain in the summer of 2025. We will continue to host our traditional events like the Independence Day Parade, the Christmas tree lighting, Farmers Market, and Project Bloom. Newer events such as the Downtown Block Party, Family Fun Days, and the popular Tiki Boats and Haunted Tunnel will also be returning. Cost savings the city will realize due to the Siemens Energy Performance contract that we signed late last year will continue to help us reduce costs by improving the efficiency of city buildings, upgrading our high dam facility, and by replacing every streetlight in the city with LED technology. These savings are not just for 2025, but will be earned for years to come. I must take this opportunity to emphasize that every decision and every change in the budget could not have been accomplished without the complete cooperation, dedication, and commitment shown by every department head. I cannot express how much I appreciate their support and their efforts. The fact that we actually kept the tax rate increase to only 5% for city residents is a true testament to the hard work of all the city department heads. This would not be possible without their help. In summary, my budget maintains the appropriate amount of investment in our municipal buildings, city equipment, and public amenities. It is designed to continue improving our infrastructure, offer current city services with the same level of quality, while compensating our employees with a fair wage. This budget continues to move our community forward and sustain our current level of progress. It represents a balanced approach that prioritizes the needs of our community while demonstrating fiscal prudence and the shared commitment by the Common Council and myself to the betterment of Oswego. The decision is now in the hands of the Oswego Common Council on whether to accept this proposed budget as presented or to amend it. I ask that you scrutinize it as much as I have over the past several weeks to find more cuts where you can and more revenue where possible. I'm confident the Common Council wants the best for this community and will work as a team to review the budget to help continue to make Oswego a great place to live. Any amendments made by the Common Council to increase or decrease appropriations will affect the proposed tax rate of 5%. It is after months of hard work and focus that I, Robert A. Corradino, as mayor, submit the proposed City of Oswego 2025 operating budget to the Oswego Common Council for consideration. And one more thing that I did not include in that letter to the councilors, I mentioned from day one, on January 1, that I cannot do this job alone. This is a team effort. So I'm hoping that the council will, during their budget workshops, will roll up their sleeves and help. But before that, I do want to mention several individuals. I had a lot of help from all the department heads, but there's 4 individuals that I enlisted their help. Again, I said in the beginning, this was my first budget as mayor, but my ninth as a city councilor and mayor. And I just want to mention that Mike Riley, our purchasing agent, Kevin Hill, our assessor, Kevin Caracoli, our city attorney, and last but not least, our city chamberlain, Deb Code, who I could not, I repeat, could not have done this without your helps. So thank you to everybody, especially Deb. With that said, it's time to call Resolution 212.
Approved minutes, Common Council meeting held July 22nd, 2024.
Councilor Plunkett, Councilor Walton. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Councilor Burge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Walker.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes.
Councilor Plunkett.
Yes.
Councilor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Please call Resolution 213.
Appoint Commissioner of Deeds.
Councilor Walker, Councilor Burge. Comments? Please call the roll.
Councilor Burge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Walker.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes.
Councilor Plunkett.
Yes.
Councilor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Please call Resolution 214.
Approve use of public space, Brian Parkhurst, owner of a single-family dwelling located at 22 West Mohawk Street, in order to place an A-frame sign.
Councilor Gozick, Councilor Vanucci. Comments? Please call the roll.
Councilor Burge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Walker.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes.
Councilor Plunkett.
Yes.
Councilor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 215.
Approve use of public space, blanket authorization for the Oswego YMCA to install advertisement signs along city streets for annual events.
Councilor Vanucci, Councilor Plunkett. Comments? Please call the roll.
Councilor Burge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Walker.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes.
Councilor Plunkett.
Yes.
Councilor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 216.
Approve use of public space, Teresa Wilkins of the Family Resource Center of Oswego to host the Walk for Life event in Brightbeck Park on Saturday, September 7th, 2024.
Councilor Walton, Councilor Vanucci. Comments? Please call the roll.
Councilor Burge.
Yes.
Councilor Benucci.
Yes.
Councilor Walker.
Yes.
Councilor Gosick.
Yes.
Councilor Plunkett.
Yes.
Councilor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 217.
Approve local law number 1 of the year 2024, a local law amending Chapter 173, Parks and Recreation of the Code of the City of Oswego, New York.
Councilor Burge, Councilor Walker. Comments? Please call the roll.
Councilor
Oh,
Burge.
wait a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just
missed
had
it.
one, I just had one comment. I gotta admit, after listening to the ladies here tonight, I think about it today, the way our economy is, and, in reality here today, for a lot of people, the American dream slipped away, especially my generation. I've been teaching for 21 years. Teachers make a statement, more of a global statement tonight, but I think it's reflective right here in Oswego, and perhaps more so than almost anywhere else in the country, considering the taxes we're paying, highest taxes in the country, right? For everything, right? We got a nuclear plant, we got hydropower, we got everything. We're getting robbed blind by National Grid, and these giant power companies, number one, okay? People can barely make ends meet. My mother was a teacher, and you know what? A generation ago, you were white collar. You were middle class. There is no middle class. Wake up, okay? Reality is, middle class was gutted, and now what we have is the working poor, everyone. The reality is, some people can put on airs, and maybe a doctor or a lawyer makes a little more so they can enjoy their time. But the reality is, most of us, including myself, are broke, and we can barely make ends meet. And so the reality is, to hear your argument tonight, to criminalize homelessness, a lot of us are a couple paychecks away from the streets these days. With the reassessment, with the taxes going up, with the county taxes going up, school district taxes going up, no accountability whatsoever, fiscal accountability. It's a joke. I don't know what happened to conservative principles when it comes to the economy and when it comes to budgeting, but Oswego County's out of control, okay? And a lot of us are getting priced right out of our homes, okay? The standard of living, the quality of life, okay? Maybe some of us make enough money where that doesn't matter, but your statements tonight resonated with me in the respect that I don't, the criminalization of homelessness in this situation, yes, I see it everywhere. I probably see it more than anyone here because I spend my time in the summer walking along the rivers, biking through the parks. I'm outside all the time, okay? And I see it, and I just want, I appreciate the spirit of the law, but at the same time, I guess I gotta have a heart because a lot of times we see these people, and it's almost like we ignore them, or but I talk to a lot of them, perchance walking along the river, walking down the streets. I see a lot of crazy stuff, okay, maybe even the police don't see. But the reality is, the argument that we shouldn't criminalize it, when you look at the 15 days in jail or $100, the person doesn't have enough money to eat or is living on the street. So I just wanted to mention, with all respect towards any council that supports it, of course, I believe it'll probably pass. But I am going to vote against this tonight, and you struck a chord with me, and I feel in this times that we live in today, this isn't just a trend. It's a common way to go. It's not funny. I see people turning their eyes and rolling their eyes. If you have no credentials and you're making more money than you should, I've worked for 21 years, and I can only imagine what it's like for people working 2, 3 jobs where they hardly make anything. We gave the city workers raises. A lot of people criticize us, but you know what? When I seen the salary some of those people were making, after working, I don't know how they could support a family. Okay, and even with the raises, that's gone with the reassessment and the tax increases. I mean, there go the raises, right? So I just want to mention, again, I'm going to vote against this tonight. I would ask others to search their souls and consider voting against it as well.
All right, thank you. Any other councilors have any other comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
No.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 5-1-0.
Please call Resolution 219.
Authorize public hearing regarding proposed local law number 2 of the year 2024, a local law amending Chapter 1336, flood damage prevention of the Code of the City of Oswego, New York.
Counselor Gozick, Counselor Walton. Please call, any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.
Call Resolution 219.
Authorize public hearing regarding proposed Bell Atlantic Mobile Systems LLC special use permit for wireless telecommunications facility.
Counselor Burge, Counselor Walker. Comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.
Call Resolution 220.
Authorize city attorney to execute a stipulated settlement agreement and further authorize the city chamberlain to prepare all necessary documents regarding the agreement.
Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Burridge. Comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.
Please call Resolution 221.
Authorize city chamberlain to complete a budget amendment to the city clerk personal services account in the amount of $9,000 to cover costs associated with hiring a temporary employee and intern.
1 second. I understand that there was a mistake in the wording of this, and in place of budget amendment, we should have, and the answer is, it should say, instead of budget amendment, it should say transfer of funds from the general fund contingent A19900460 to the city clerk's personal services A1410.0101. So that will be reflected in the, should we vote on the amending it?
Yeah, to make it consistent.
So they can vote as amended? Okay. So I need a motion. Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Walker. Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes to amend.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes to amend.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes to amend.
Counselor Walton.
Yes to amend.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.
Thank you. Call Resolution 222.
Waive the rules of common council to present Resolution 223 through 227 from the floor without committee consideration.
Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Walton. Comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.
Call Resolution 223.
Authorize public hearing regarding proposed amended and updated Section 8 Rental Assistance Program Administrative Plan.
Just, okay, yeah, Counselor Gozick and Counselor Plunkett. Before we call the roll, I just want to point out that this is just to authorize a public hearing. I know we have several people from the office here, and it's a little unorthodox, but if any of the counselors had any issues or questions about just authorizing the public hearing, again, this is just for the public hearing and not to talk about the changes. So I wouldn't think that we had a problem with authorizing that. But if you do, I can ask them to come up and talk.
No.
I don't see that, so call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Please call Resolution 224.
Authorize public hearing regarding proposed rental assistance office 5-year plan.
Please call, Counselor Walton, Counselor Plunkett. Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 225.
Approve junk license Philip Gordon and Sons Incorporated.
Counselor Walker, Counselor Walton. Comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 226.
Authorize public hearing regarding proposed local law number 3 of the year 2024, a local law authorizing property tax levy in excess of the limit established in general municipal law 3C.
Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Benucci. Comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 227.
Authorize public hearing regarding proposed 2025 city operating budget.
Counselor Walton, Counselor Benucci. Comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
All right, that's the last item. Any other items from the council? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn? Counselor Burge, Counselor Plunkett. Please call the roll.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Benucci.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gosick.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Walton.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Thank you, everyone.
The homelessness part?